Welcome to this demonstration of Saffwood Communications hosted predictive dialer. In this demonstration we're going to show you the agent interface. So in previous demonstrations we've shown you the administration interface, so where you set up campaigns, load data and control the settings for the dialer with the agents. Available on this page is also the reporting suite for managers and also the agent facing dashboard. But in this example we're going to have a look at the agent interface, which is very straightforward, quite a short demonstration. That's a good thing. If it's complicated, then agents they're not going to want to use it. So we're at the login page. I've logged in as myself and I'm just going to click login. I'm going to be prompted now just to enter a phone ID and a user ID, so that agents can sort of roam in different positions. So if you move around teams, or agents need to sit at different positions, not tied to one phone. So in this example, I'm just going to put in that I'm sitting at phone 131. I've got a soft phone configured to this PC, just so we can see what dialing looks like. I'm just going to submit. I need to enter my user ID, so I'm user 130. I'm going to select my campaign. So in the demonstration when we showed how to set up campaigns and lists, we created a list campaign 500, which was called Saffwood Test, and we can see that there. So now that I've done that, I can hit submit. And what you'll see down at the bottom right here, the dialer has called me, and that's now a connected call to the dialer. So I'm connected to the dialer, and I'll be available to see on the dashboard, which we looked at earlier as well. So there's a couple of options before we make any dials. What we've got is to pause dialing. So if we want to make ourselves unavailable, stop calls coming through, we can just do that here. We've got some hotkey buttons along the side, so if I just, rather than having to go to my disposition list here, I can use any of these hotkeys, which we can configure up for you based on your outcomes. And depending on the nature of your campaign, where this has been set up for demonstration purposes, something very basic, which is just appointment setting. But if you were doing surveys and you needed to launch survey questions, we just put all the buttons down the right hand side here for you. Just say create appointment. We can put little drop down menus on there to send SMSs, send emails, anything like that you want. Down the bottom here, we've got active callbacks, so we've got no active callbacks at the moment. Callbacks work in two ways. I can set a general callback. A general callback will go back into the pool. When that callback's due, it'll be made automatically. If someone answers when it rings at the customer's end, that'll just be put through to the next available agent. And we've also got agent specific. So if I say something's agent specific, what'll happen is that'll then appear when it's due down at the list at the bottom, and I can then choose to dial that record when it's due. The important thing there is that the difference between pool and agent specific callbacks is if it's a pool callback and no one answers and it hits answer machine, the dialer will just put that in as an answer machine or a no reply for you. Whereas obviously with agent specific callbacks, because they're quite important, if no one answers, obviously the onus in the ability is there for the agent to set that as another callback and follow it up again at a later opportunity. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to resume myself. So it's my mobile number that's in here, and I'm just going to hit resume, and what will happen is I'll receive a call from the dialer. I'll be able to answer that on my mobile phone, and then you'll see the records pop up on the screen. So that call's just come through now to my mobile. I've just answered it, and you can see that my details have popped up on screen there straight away. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to end that call on my mobile so we don't get any feedback. So we can see all the information's popped up on screen here, and we can go ahead and make notes and do anything that we want. I'll show you how quickly the hotkey buttons are. So if that was an answer machine, I just literally hit answer machine, and straight away that call's been dispositioned. I'm available again. The dialer is now going to start making calls. That's going to route back through to my mobile, as all the data in this demonstration is just my mobile. I'm going to answer that call, and as you can see, those details have popped up on screen straight away. So other ways of dispositioning calls, we've got the list. So again, I'm just going to say that's answer machine. Now this dialer is just set to dial one record at a time per available agent. Just me logged into this campaign. I've not set it at 2 to 1 or higher because it's making multiple phone calls to just my mobile number, and it's all going to get confusing. So again, I'm just going to select an answer machine. that dispositions the call, makes me ready to take another call. The dialer is now ringing my mobile again. I'm going to answer that, and that's just going to pop straight back up on screen. What I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to end that call on my mobile. I'm going to select a callback. So I've got the callback screen here, it's popped up, and I'm just going to set that there's a callback for today. I'm going to set it for a time that's elapsed. I'm just going to make some notes here. What I'm going to do, this was a request that we actually had from a client where they wanted to be able to set levels of callback, so they'd be able to see how many decision pendings people had for callback. So this was a bit of bespoke work that we did, but I thought it'd be good to show in this demonstration. So in this case, we've got kind of 4 and 5 being your general callbacks, so they're appeal cards. 3, 2, and 1 priority being your callbacks with a higher priority on, and they would actually then be personal callbacks. Because I've hung up, it's just warned me here that the customer's hung up. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to select callback. I'm going to say that it's decision pending. I'm going to set that for today at 8 o'clock. Could make some notes. Confirm that. Okay, that callback's now been confirmed, and that's put me back available and ready to call again. So all that's going to happen now is it's going to route another call through to my mobile, which is here. I'm going to answer that, and we've got those details up on screen. Okay, so again, I'm just going to show another hotkey button. So I'm going to put that in as not interested, or no answer, I think that was, and that's in there now. So what I'm going to show you down the bottom is I'm just going to terminate that call. And what I'm going to do is pause dialing. Don't want any more calls. So I'm currently on a call. So I'm just going to terminate that call and say, no, I'm not. So let's just cancel. So that's just paused me. So you can see down here, there's the callback that we've set. So you can see it was decision pending, caller ID, call date and time. So if I was to dial that record now, that'll pop that record up on screen here, and it'll start to ring, and it's also showing me that I've got an active callback available now. I'm just going to get rid of this call. So I'm just going to place that as answer machine. It's got rid of it. And what you can see is because I hit the pause dialing button up here, you can now see that if I'd have to resume to be able to carry on dialing, so that's just made me unavailable. So the reason that we've got that is obviously you don't want to be dropping calls, so whilst you're on a call you pause yourself, and when your call finishes that's told the dialer not to make any calls on your behalf. So last element that we're going to show you on here, this is a very, very basic customization. I'm just going to resume so that we go ahead and get another call, and then I'm going to show you just a custom form that we've added, which is extremely basic. So calls coming through. I'm going to have a conversation with this person, and if I wanted to create an appointment, it's just going to pop those details now. It's just going to tell me to set an appointment date, time, who I set the appointment with, make any notes, and then obviously I can go ahead and create an appointment. Now in this scenario, what that would actually then do, I'm just going to pause this again and just get rid of that call. If we were to then go ahead and set that appointment, in that scenario what it would do for the client is it would actually push that information through to a CRM that we built for them. They then grab all those customer details and onwardly manage that appointment through to eventual sale. But as I say, the customization is totally down to you. You can literally do anything that you want. You are limited only by your imagination and budget with these things. So that's the agent interface. Being able to see what managers see as agents who are on calls is covered in the dashboard demonstration on here. So I'd really encourage you to go ahead and have a look at that. If you've got any questions, you can ring us on 0845 241 1008. Thank you.